Morning, everybody. We're here to give an update on the situation with our COVID infections. I'm here to confirm that as of yesterday, the two travelling companions with our first case have since tested positive for COVID-19. So they arrived at the same time. Being their close contacts, it's not surprising that they have also tested positive after being confined together in the same accommodation. So yesterday there were 175 swabs that were taken, 172 returned negative results, one was inconclusive and will be retested, and the two close contacts returned positive results yesterday. These two close contacts will now remain in isolation for a further 10 days on top of the previous 2 days spent in quarantine. And the original case also remains in isolation. So all three will be discharged once they have reached the end of their respective 10-day isolation periods, provided they've been symptom-free for at least 72 hours beforehand. During this time, they'll be supported by Te Marae Ora and also by their respective local puna. As we've said before, we've prepared for this situation as best we can across Te Marae Ora, also across our punas, and across government as a whole. I expect that some people will be feeling anxious about what's happening, but rest assured that we will get through this. So I urge our people on Rarotonga in particular, if you haven't already been vaccinated, you have an opportunity this Saturday to either get vaccinated or to receive your booster shot. The normal situation applies. We're down at the Nikau Social Centre for your to meet with Te Marae Ora staff, and then we'll take you up to the hospital for your booster shot. And that includes also our children 5 to 11 years old who have yet to receive their vaccinations. This will also be available to them. Right, any questions?
Prime Minister, why do you think, apart from the close contact that you mentioned here, nobody else has tested positive?
Well, it's a waiting game. We'll see whether the person was infectious to be able to spread to other close contacts. So it's a matter of time. Those that are close contacts are in isolation right now, in quarantine, and they'll be tested on day 5, which will be on Saturday. But if they develop symptoms before then, they will be tested, similar to these two close contacts that were tested yesterday, after developing some symptoms and found to be positive.
Do you think some of the tests were done possibly too early to show positive results on Monday, Tuesday?
This is the practice of the health professionals. They test on day 1, they test on day 5, and test on day 9. So we're not here to question their methods.
And the case that was picked up in New Zealand, I think it was about 9 days ago, no additional cases were picked up on that one, and I'm just wondering, is that a concern anymore? Has anything been done about that one?
Well, this case was discovered in New Zealand, positive when she got to New Zealand. Subsequently, we haven't had any positive cases after over 500 people have been tested on the island so far.
Does that mean it's likely they weren't infectious when they were here?
It could be, but again, we don't know. There is still time to go in this period before we can confirm that.
Are you looking to reopen Atataki potentially after tonight?
That we'll take that into consideration and have discussions with both the island government and with Te Marae Ora as to when we'll lift the travel restrictions.
What about the rest of the Pā'anua? Same thing?
Yeah, similar thing.
Cool. And is there anything from the New Zealand government that people might need tests here locally to fly over to New Zealand because there's community transmission now?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Well, people from New Zealand, they have to get tested to come here. Does New Zealand want people to get tested to go from here to go to New Zealand?
No, there's no requirement for that. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Be positive, stay negative.